I have a material witness on an aggravated battery with a handgun, and they believe this might be in retaliation to her testimony.
Hello everyone. If you have a kid and are planning to move to Chicago, you definitely need to choose a neighborhood which has a safe school zone and has a low crime rate. Considering that, we have analyzed one primary data set, crime data, and two secondary data sets, population and school data in Chicago in the year 2013. The crime data has time and day-wise report on crimes committed over the year by community area and other information such as type of crimes and arrests. School data set has information about the schools according to the community area, school category, and attended grades are other information from this data. Here you can see a chloropet map color-coded by increasing rate of crime across communities in Chicago. It can be seen that the northern parts of Chicago have a relatively less crime rate with respect to population than other regions. Moving on to the next viz, we have an interesting comparison between the crime to population ratio and the cumulative crime count by community areas. Here you can see top 10 community areas by recorded crime rate and the bottom 10 community areas by recorded crime rate. Here you can also see cumulative count of crimes by community area. As you can see, the graph spreads out by the week of the year. Now for example, Fuller Park has the highest crimes to population ratio of 38.13 but has a low cumulative crime count as compared to the neighborhoods with high crime counts. Clearly, Fuller Park is not a safe neighborhood to live in, even though it has a low crime count. On the other hand, Forest Lane has the lowest crimes to population ratio of 2.346. Although the population is low, there is also less number of crimes in respect to the population. Hence, it is a safe neighborhood. We were curious about Forest Lane and its low crime rate. So through our internet research, we concluded that Forest Lane is one of the better communities to live in Chicago, which aligns with our analysis. This viz shows the ratio of number of arrests made to the number of crimes reported. Here you can see the top communities with arrest ratio and a map which shows crime rate and arrest ratio. The crime rate here is encoded by color and the arrest ratio is encoded by shape and size. Here we notice that West and East Garfield Park and North Lawndale are the highest crime rate neighborhoods which also have a high arrest rate. In comparison, Fuller Park has a low arrest rate but has the highest crime rate. Hence, Garfield Park and North Lawndale are better crime control neighborhoods while Fuller Park is not as crime controlled. It can also be seen that areas like Uptown has a lower crime rate of 7.79% and arrest rate over 31%, which implies that it is one of the better crime control communities in the city. This is again an interesting viz you see here. This depicts the top recorded crimes across communities in Chicago, with theft, battery, and narcotics being the top crimes. The different crimes in different neighborhoods in different time slots are shown across weekdays. For instance, if battery is chosen as crime type for near north side, we see a trend where there are increased reports of battery-related crimes in the midnight to 6 a.m. time slots on Saturdays and Sundays. This might be caused on the account of more people partying on weekends and crimes might have been caused under influence of alcohol or other substances. Now, if we choose offense involving children as crime type, we notice a general trend that offenses involving children are more in the time slots of noon to 6 p.m. as compared to the other time slots. This might be because the children are returning from their school or playing around in the community. Finally, after considering the safe and unsafe communities in Chicago, this viz shows the safest neighborhoods for schools. Here you can see the list of communities with a crime rate less than 5% and crime type of offenses involving children. This also shows number of schools by categories in these neighborhoods. There are three categories for school, that is elementary, middle, and high school. So, if we conclude that if someone is looking for an elementary school for children, then the best place is Forest Glen, as it has the lowest crime and lowest offenses involving children. Similarly, for both elementary and high school, Lincoln Park appears to be the better neighborhood. For middle school, Irving Park is good neighborhood for schooling. Based on what you saw in the last 6 minutes or so, it's up to you where you would want to move. Thank you. Hope this was helpful.